Welcome back to Area of Effect Prepping. On today's video, I wanted to talk about a lot of things that I've gotten here in about the last 2 weeks to add into what I already have in my stockpile. You see here a whole grocery bag full here, as well as some other bags and compartments and other things here on the workbench here. A lot of this is stuff that I've pulled out of either kits that were pre-made kits that's like, okay, I want to tear this apart and get this because this isn't something I'm going to use, but I want to make sure I get all the usable components out of it. Or these are things that I've gotten from, say, friends of mine or otherwise because, hey, this isn't something I'm going to use. So here you go. I know you like to keep these things around. And I said, absolutely, because one day you're going to probably come and ask me for it. So without that, let's keep going into here and see what all we have. So one of the big things that we added here is in this bag here. So this right here is a full gas mask. Okay. Oh, there we go. Get that out of there. Obviously, military manual here. So operator's manual for a chemical biological field mask M40A1. And, you know, obviously it's really nice that I have the book of instructions too. I do need to get some filters for it, but figure it's a darn good start. Looks like it already has the communications piece here. So there's that. Quite nice for that, as well as it looks like a drink valve as well. So I'll have to explore this a little bit, but hey, you know, nice little piece to add into here. All right, so now that we got that out of the way here, you can see some other stuff spilled. So let's just go through the bag here. Emergency blanket, again, this is cheap stuff. So, you know, some cheap first aid items, stuff like that. It's like, hey, this is something that I can put into my bigger container here. So as I need to refill, I could do that, check expiration dates, such from there. I did get a little solar powered USB power or USB bank. Not too bad. I think this is a 5,000 milliamp battery here, so that's not too bad. Knife sharpener with a little whistle, fire starter. Can't figure out a striker on this, so I'm gonna assume that that is supposed to be used with whatever knife you have to fix this. It's got a little button compass on it. Don't know how really accurate it is, but better than nothing. Poncho, just a little pouch here. Another rain poncho. Now this is part of one of the kits that I opened up. Now it's got a couple pairs of gloves, so I'll put those in one of my boxes as, you know, emergency gloves as needed. But nice little case, little soft shell case. Another signal mirror. This is a little miniature shovel and pick. It's got another piece here inside. You can see the little pipe end there. So that'll be put together. Little camp shovel. Speaking of camp shovels, I'm going to interrupt that really quickly because I do have two of these. Now, one of them I've already put into my vehicle because it was something I had mentioned I wanted. Is the folding shovel. I had wanted these ones here. Oh, there it goes. Because these are exceedingly useful, not to mention fairly sharp if you need to try to use it as a saw, digging, obviously a dig tool, whatever have you. But that's there, so I end up getting a hold of two of these with their cases. So I've already put one of these into my truck. As you all saw from the last video, there was a truck secondary equipment bag that's been included into there. Some other stuff here, you know, some more first aid stuff. And funny enough, you know, some of these are opened up because I actually did cut myself open not too long ago. So there's that. Right angle flashlight. Looks like I got a red lens in there. One of these cheap survival thingies. They always show these for kids and things like that. I don't know how useful that would be, but again, it's a better than nothing. Little pouch. More pouches. More pouches. Oh, looks like we got a blade open here. This is just looks like Iwo Jima, one of those fancy little show knife kind of things. Still looks like a good blade. good action. So we're going to put that up here. Now, if you notice, there's also a bin with some other multi-tools, another knife that was found. Not bad. Canteen pouch with a couple of Alice clips. Just a marking pen. Thought this little flashlight was pretty cool here. You unlock that and you push that up. It gets that going. You can see the light coming from it. Now it does store battery, so it's it's already pretty good. Not a bad little non-battery needed piece. The all-famed Paracord survival bracelet. Now the cool thing is with this one, not only does it have the whistle, but it's also the center piece here is meant as a striker. Thought that was pretty cool. There we go. Not bad. Again, cheap little survival tool. Little glasses repair kit. Another clip. Now this was one of the things I was very happy to get a hold of. Oops, see, you got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh, USB cable. Put that over there. This is a map case. There's no map in here currently, but it does have a couple of the bags. It's a little rough, but I'll tell you something. Better than nothing. I do have my eye on a couple of other map cases. Figure if I throw them in the bag, that'll be something to work on. Map of my area, surrounding areas. Again, combat multipliers, survival multipliers. I've heard a whole bunch of different things of what those are called. So, also had a couple of tubes of this here, of the face paint camouflage. Not bad. Oh, there's the other one. Thought these are kind of interesting. These are step alarms, so if anybody step on it, it's gonna wail. I had one of these on the other day. Oh man, did that make a noise. So, not bad. You could also give it low sensitivity, so even if it just barely touches, it'll go. Again, some different, all sorts of things. Zip ties, passport cover. These are apparently rechargeable glow sticks. Thought that was kind of interesting. Be looking at that. Some gear straps, as well as a belt. Again, some different stuff here. Now, this is something I thought was pretty cool in this whole kit. Magnetic retrofit kit. So that is meant for if you have those pockets that you like to open, but you hate that whoosh sound of Velcro. You can put these on either side, and it turns it into magnetic. Thought that was pretty interesting. You also see another pouch up here. Now this is the only one I had of this, but I believe, don't quote me on this, I think this was German Flecktarn. Again, don't fully quote me on that. I'm probably wrong on the pattern. I have to admit, I'm not that knowledgeable on the pattern, and it doesn't exactly tell me. But that does, I'm pretty sure that is German right there. So, but German Flecktarn, I really appreciate that for where I'm at. That's actually, it says it's one of the best rated camouflages for that area. Also had here a bunch of flashlights and other stuff that came out. Whole bunch of different pieces of gear that came in. There's also another big one that I'm going to show you here in the next video because it is a EDC bag update. And I'll also be doing that update as part of my, hey, it's warming up. Time to switch over towards spring and into summer gear. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you saw a few things that, hey, I'd really like one of those, or hey, what is that called so I can get one? Send me a message down in the comments. I'm more than happy to tell you what it is or at least get you some information about it. If you have any other questions or otherwise, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to answer at any time. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I do encourage you to subscribe as you'll see a lot more information coming out. I know I'm a little sporadic when it comes to the videos. It's also because I do still have a day job, but we are slowly working at, hey, maybe this will make it to where I get paid to do this as well as some other items. We'll see. But as for right now, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.